Hey guys, I'm Cows and Cookies, and I got a new Icarus PB. It is a sub 14, which is a massive PB for me, and I just wanted to show you guys because it's very cool and I'm very proud of it. So in case you didn't know, Icarus is a data pack which you can apply to your world, where you get an unbreakable elytra and a stack of 64 fireworks. And it's really fun because you can go very fast and you can fly around and look for structures, where a normal RSG you couldn't, because well, you can't run as fast as you can fly. It's just a fact. And a lot of the meta in Icarus is ocean, and that's what I use here. I use a shipwreck, but I also use a village, and I get beds and food from here. So you can see I get a hotel in this village, which is lucky. It's not that lucky, but it's good to have because I can immediately get 4 beds. And I'm not actually going to kill the golem here because it takes too much time, and in Icarus you want to go really fast, and you want time saves, right? Right here I'm just flying around looking for hay bales, but I don't see any. So I'm going to this ocean, and I immediately see a shipwreck. This is a half of a shipwreck, but it's still good because the half I have is the good half, so that has iron and gold and stuff. This one only had iron, but had 17 iron, which is insane. That's close to the max you can get. I think the max is 27 or 25 or something crazy like that. So here I finally find my hay bales, which are weirdly away from the village. I get 6 hay bales here, and I am breaking 2 logs of this tree so I can make crafting on my crafting table and 8 sticks, which I can then craft on my tools. And something funny about this run is that I was going for a sub 20, but I managed to get a sub 14. I actually got many Icarus PBs between my previous PB, which is a 25XX, but I decided not to upload those or submit those to speedrun.com because I just felt like it wasn't worth it, and I wanted to show my skills with a good seed and with a good time. And I feel like I did that with this run. As you can see, I find a lava pool in that desert, and I'm using a door to get gravel here. But as I was saying, I want to show that I can get a good time in Icarus. I wanted to, and like I feel like with this run I did, because I'm very happy with this run. I got this run today, and I still can't believe it. Like, it's surreal to me that I have a sub 14 Icarus. If it were to get verified now, it would be number 63 in the Icarus leaderboards, which is very cool to me. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, I'm making my portal, and usually I try to go for around 3-ish enters in Icarus. And as I grab a gold block from that ruined portal there, I almost fell into the lava there. I'm entering at about 310, I would say. And I spawn in a basalt, which isn't usually good. And I'm pausing so that if you look at the E counter at the top left of my screen, when that spikes, when the second number there's a 14 and it's slash something. The second number is the total number of entities, and I want that to be a really high number, but it's not right now. So I'm just flying around, and eventually I actually find a fortress, which you'll see right here. Yeah, but I go past this because I want to find a bastion instead, because I don't want to do fortress first. I want fire res from the bastion. So right now I'm going this way because that's where my cords lead me, and I'm not really finding anything, but then I find a bastion, which is kind of cool. And I decide, well, this gas is really annoying, by the way. It keeps fireballing me, and I can't really hit it back without endangering myself, but eventually I get it. And now I'm going to make a gold helmet so that the piglins will not get mad at me. And it's a gold helmet, not gold boots, because you can get soul speed boots from the bastion, and you can't get a soul speed helmet. So that's And it's also nice to get soul speed boots. So I am doing what's called the manhunt route right here. It's kind of a modified manhunt route because I do drop a bunch of gold when I get just cornered by these piglins. I would have died there, which is a really good play by me, I feel like. And I'm making my setup, and I'm about to mine this gold, and I'm at 2 hearts here, which is not good, but I break that block so all the piglins are coming over here, and then soon they'll all fall in my hole. I'm changing this to the difficulty to hard because that means the piglins on top of the bastion will fall down, and piglins on higher difficulties can fall farther than piglins on lower difficulties, so I changed it to the max difficulty it can be, so that as many of the piglins as possible can fall. I'm breaking 2 gold blocks at a time, and then throwing them to these piglins, because I don't know how many I have right now, so I want to make sure they are trading at all times. You see, I didn't eat for a while there because I wasn't at risk because those piglins couldn't hit me. But then I eat just before I leave my home. And then I see that I have a fortress there. Well, I have a spawner, which leads to a fortress, which is in a fortress. But then I realize, oh yes, I have that fortress I passed earlier. So I want you to take a look at my obsidian here. I know I'm looking for pearls and string, but one big thing I missed here was obsidian. You see, I have 9. But I am looking for string, fire res, and pearls. I see that I have 2 fire res. I splashed 1 just to be safe. And I'm there. And the sad thing is, if I had just checked this one chest, which I never checked, that was right to the left of me there, I would have gotten more than 10 obby. But I didn't. So I have 9 obby right now. But I don't realize it. So I am heading to the fortress now. This is insane pace for me. Usually I try to get to the fortress sub 10. And this is, I'm going to get there in about 7 minutes. Sub 7. Which is great. And I'm flying around and then I see a spawner, which is awesome. I'm eating just so that the blazes don't melee me to death. Blazes have really OP melee, by the way. That's a lot of times people are scared of the blazes fireballs. When you have fire res, it's not. Oh yes, okay, so this is called a blaze bed. It's something I've learned recently, and it's awesome because instead of mining out the spawner, you can just blow it up. And that's awesome. You need a block between the bed and the spawner though, so that the spawner doesn't blow up and blazes don't spawn. But I did put a block there, and now, just like that, all of the blocks are gone. So then I can get the maximum amount of blazes to spawn. And I get 3 here, which isn't the maximum, but it's good enough. The maximum is 4, so it's fine. I kill this blaze, and I don't realize that it dropped until I realize my inventory's full, so I get 1 rod there. And I see that other rod, so now I have 2 rods. I feel like this is probably average rates, so I'm at 3 for, I think, 6, I would say, yeah. 5 or 6. And right now, I think that's when I realize I have 9 obby. Yeah, I realize I have 9 obby, so I'm trying to go back, right? I'm trying to remember where the fortress is. I do... Sorry, the bastion. I do remember where the bastion is, which is good. And then I decide to kill these blazes and then go to the bastion, because it would be too much of a time loss to go to the bastion then come back. And these blazes are actually really helpful. I end up with over, like, above average rates. But I have 5 rods here, I believe, and I end up leaving with 6. I end up leaving with 7. I decide to kill that stray blaze. I'm gonna kill both, but then more blazes spawn, so I don't need to. And then this blaze drops, so now I have 6. So I splash a fire res, and I'm about to leave, and then more spawn. So I'm like, okay, I'll take 7 rods. That one doesn't drop, but this one does. And 7 rods is really nice because leaving with 7 is really nice because you almost guarantee that you won't have too many breaks. And you see I'm going back to the bastion. This could have been better if I had forgotten the obby, but I'm not sure. I haven't checked the blind. I'm pretty sure the blind for the bastion was really bad, but I'm not sure about the blind for the fortress. So, this is still really good pace. By the way, this is gonna be... spoiler alert, this is a sub 10 blind. I'm blocking off from this piglin here because I'm... even at this early in the run, because I haven't even left the nether yet, I'm nervous because this is really good pace. I've never gotten a sub 10 blind in Icarus before. So, that magma cube is really annoying, by the way. I try to hit it many times, and I fail many times. That's 1 fail, 2 fails, and finally I hit it, and then I hit it again, and then I decide to... I don't know, I find my flint and steel, and then I'm trying to make sure this magma cube doesn't hit me, and it doesn't, which is great. So it's fine in desert, and I'm going to do a little distance estimation here. I'm pretty sure this distance estimation was wrong, because... like, otherwise it would have been way farther. See, my first angle is 84.3, so I'm going to negative 14.3, which would be 90 degrees. And I see that it's 85.0 or 85.3, something there. Which would mean it's pretty far, but it's a 0.7 angle change, but it ends up not being that. And this is second ring, by the way. And I'm just throwing out a bunch of stuff I don't need in my inventory. And I see an ocean there, which is kind of cool. Because ocean exposed strongholds save a ton of time. Not just because you don't need to dig down, but also because you don't need to triangulate. You can just see the stronghold and be like, okay, cool. Even if it's not portal room exposed, it's still a lot better than a below ground stronghold. So here I am gonna throw my next eye because I'm about to go into the ocean, and I don't want to go into the ocean and start looking for the stronghold when it's behind me. So I throw it, and it goes all the way over there, which is crazy because, yeah, that's really cool, and it's a huge angle change. So I'm looking for the stronghold here. I'm like, okay, please be here. And I decide to throw an eye here just to see if it was behind me, if it was beneath one of these ice places, but it wasn't. And eventually right here I see the stronghold, which is really cool. I'm looking for the portal room. I'm not sure if the portal room was exposed. This is the first time I've watched this, so I'm looking down here. I don't see it. I'm not seeing it, and then I see a skeleton. I'm like, oh wait, there's mobs here. So I just decide to go in here and not look for the portal room. And then I end up here, and then I hear a silverfish, and I'm like, wait, what? So I'm going down here. I'm checking everywhere because I know the portal room's close. I'm looking for places that could be in that direction, and I almost see it there, but I don't. And then I see this is where I came in, and then finally I'm getting bodied by a silverfish, by the way. And finally I see it right there, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I make all my eyes. I'm 2 broke, by the way, so if I hadn't left with 7, I wouldn't have had enough. And I am placing in my eyes. I missed one, but it's fine. And I am in. You see, this next part is a really safe play by me. I decided to craft my beds here. Usually you craft them not here, but I'm really nervous right now. I haven't been on this pace before. And I have a lot of beds, as you can see. And another crazy thing about this run is that this is a very, very, very fast perch. This is insanely fast. I'm not sure if it's classified as an insta perch, but because I feel like the dragon would have gone through a cycle while I was crafting my beds. But once I got here, it didn't fireball me once, which was awesome. I can't see the dragon, and then I finally see it around there. And then I don't realize that it's turning in until it's almost too late. Except I do this, which is awesome, and then the dragon's on this side, which is great. I do almost no damage. That's pretty good damage. That's also pretty good damage. That is bad damage. That's okay damage. And then that does so much damage, and I'm freaking out right now because I didn't do enough damage. But then the dragon goes here, and I get 2 axe hits, and I have freed the end, which is great. I look up at the dragon now, and we go to the credit screen. So that's it for me, and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.